Naruto, 10 Things You Forgot from the First Episode. Everyone but the die-hard fans have likely forgotten moments from the first episode of the series. It might even be time to begin a rewatch. With over 700 episodes between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, it's a long journey for anyone that wants to finish the anime. So much happens in the series, and by the end, all of the characters have grown up in front of the viewer. Some people who watched as it came out, grew up alongside them. Because of that, it can be easy to forget just how fully formed of a series this was when it first aired back in 2002. Everyone but the most fervent fans have likely forgotten much about the first episode of the series. 10. Naruto's a pretty good ninja. Something that gets lost in the early episodes of Naruto is that Naruto starts out as a pretty talented ninja. He's spray painting the Hokage rock and getting chased by tons of Chunin, meaning they actually passed the Chunin exams, and is surprisingly good enough to escape. He's fast enough to dodge them and clever enough to use special camouflage to avoid them. It's even mentioned in the episode by other members that Naruto is a talented enough ninja to pass the Ninja Academy. Iruka is just hard on him. So much of the later episodes after the first few involve Naruto working with child prodigies and people trained since birth that it can be easy to forget that Naruto started out rather talented. 9. Naruto was terrible at the shadow clone. Naruto's best technique for much of Part 1 is his shadow clone jutsu. But at the Ninja Academy, Naruto wasn't able to create a single clone on his own. He tries, but the clone itself is bad and can't even move. It's only after studying the Forbidden Jutsu Scroll that he learns how to master the shadow clones, and his immense chakra reserves makes it easy to defeat his opponent. 8. Hinata already had a crush on Naruto. Though this isn't in the manga, Hinata's crush on Naruto is established from the very first episode. Naruto is asked to do the transformation jutsu and Hinata looks on from afar, rooting for him. Considering this is a character that isn't important to the main series for dozens of episodes, it's a surprise that she's already making an appearance in the show's first episode. 7. Naruto had mastered the sexy jutsu. Naruto's signature move for most of the first series is obvious, but he had one other ability he was very talented with. During the first series he wasn't a master of very many jutsu. But when he was asked to do the transformation jutsu and turn into Iruka-sensei, his response was to utilize the sexy jutsu instead. Though he succeeded at distracting Iruka, he was still smacked for goofing off and not following orders. 6. The third Hokage's telescope technique. Viewers weren't the only ones treated to the events of Naruto's first episode. After having the Forbidden Scroll stolen, the third Hokage dug around to find his crystal ball, which allowed him to view events happening in Konoha village. This was a technique that not many in the city knew, and in the manga only Gamamaru and Obito had shown the ability to use it besides him. It made its appearance in the first episode, with the third watching everything happening to Naruto and Iruka, and learning the Forbidden Scroll was recovered long before the Chunin found them. 5. Naruto's dream to become the Hokage. Naruto's dream to become the Hokage makes up the entire basis for the show. In the first episode, he's not even a ninja yet and he's already talking about how he wants to become the Hokage. Early on in the series, he wants to become the Hokage purely to gain the respect that everyone has denied him for being the person implanted with the nine tails. Later on, it becomes about him wanting to protect Konoha village. 4. Some may have forgotten the traitorous Mizuki, one of first villains. Only the hardcore Naruto fans will remember Mizuki. The main villain of the first episode, Mizuki is a Chunin who encourages Naruto to steal the Forbidden Scroll in the first place. Though he tells Naruto it's a test and a way to become a ninja, in actuality his plan is to convince everyone Naruto stole the scroll of his own volition. In doing so, he hopes to make off with the scroll after the others capture him. Later on, he comes back and it's learned he was a double agent for Orochimaru, but at the time he was more of a one-off villain. 3. Iruka related to Naruto because he was a slacker. It's explained in the opening episode that the nine-tailed fox inside of Naruto was the reason for Iruka's parents being killed. What's also explained is that Iruka has such a close relationship with Naruto because he sees himself in Naruto. Like Naruto, he became a class clown looking for attention. He just wanted anyone to look at him, to give him recognition for his actions. 2. Sasuke and Sakura make their first appearance. Surprisingly, Sasuke and Sakura make an appearance in the very first episode of the series. They're both asked to do the transformation jutsu alongside Naruto. Both of them perform it easily, and the viewer even sees Sakura's inner Sakura personality that was a staple of the early character. In the manga this wasn't actually a thing though. The anime took advantage of being so far behind to use the pre-developed characterization to further flesh out the universe. 1. Naruto's headband was Iruka's headband. In the world of Naruto, a ninja's headband means everything. It's the signification of their acceptance by their city as ninja. It was everything Naruto was looking for in the first episode. And after failing the Ninja Academy, at first it felt like it'd never be in reach. But after defeating a Chunin in combat, Iruka not only passed Naruto, but awarded him with Iruka's own ninja headband to make it official.